Weird American laws.
Imagine this glorious slice of mid-century California absurdity on a bright sunny morning in 1950s suburbia. Birds are chirping, sprinklers are watering perfectly manicured lawns, and a perfectly normal housewife, curlers still in her hair, fluffy pink housecoat with little flowers on it, fuzzy slippers on her feet, is behind the wheel of a big chrome station wagon. She's just running to the corner store for milk, bread, and maybe a pack of cigarettes. Nothing scandalous. She backs out of the driveway, humming happily, when suddenly red and blue lights explode behind her like it's the 4th of July. A very serious police officer pulls her over, walks up to the window with the gravitas of a Supreme Court justice, and says with a completely straight face, "Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to step out of the vehicle. You are operating a motor vehicle while wearing a housecoat, and that is strictly illegal in the state of California." The woman stares at him like he just grew a second head. "Excuse me? I'm literally just going to buy milk." The cop doesn't blink. Doesn't matter if you're buying milk, diamonds, or the meaning of life. Housecoats behind the wheel are a public menace. Change into proper attire, or I'm writing you up for indecent domestic driving. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this was once actual California law. Women were not allowed to drive while wearing a housecoat, because apparently a comfortable robe posed a greater threat to road safety than drunk drivers, teenagers, or people driving with actual animals on their laps. Stick around. We're diving deep into this wonderfully stupid, deeply sexist, and hilariously over-the-top rule. How did California decide that fluffy robes were more dangerous than speeding? Who woke up one morning and thought, you know what this state needs? Robe police. And could you still technically get in trouble for it today? By the end of this video, you'll be laughing so hard you'll spill your morning coffee all over your own housecoat. Welcome to Law Tunes USA, the channel that fearlessly drags America's dumbest, weirdest, and most brain-melting laws into the light with bright
Subscribe and drop a like.
cartoons, savage satire, and non-stop laughs. Today's episode is pure Golden State comedy gold. Women Can't Drive in Housecoat, Old California Law Cartoon. This law is a beautiful time capsule from the 1940s and 1950s, when California lawmakers apparently had way too much time on their hands and a burning hatred for comfort. They decided that a woman driving in her housecoat was not just improper, it was practically a threat to public morality, road safety, and the sacred institution of looking put together. Maybe they were terrified that the sight of curlers and fluffy robes would cause massive pileups. Maybe they thought comfortable women behind the wheel would start a feminist revolution. Or maybe they just really hated the idea of anyone being happy and relaxed while driving. The official excuse was usually decency or public safety, because nothing says we care about safety than forcing every housewife to put on a full Sunday dress, stockings, heels, and pearls just to drive 3 blocks to the grocery store. California basically looked at its female citizens and said, "We trust you with voting rights and Hollywood careers, but not with driving in something soft and comfortable. Put on real clothes, citizen." Let's animate the beautiful ridiculousness. A cheerful 1950s housewife in a bright pink housecoat covered in tiny flowers is cruising down the street, windows down, radio blasting, waving to neighbors like she's the queen of the suburbs. She's living her best life. Suddenly, a police car appears like an angry ex-boyfriend. The officer pulls her over and delivers the most Californian line ever. "Ma'am, that housecoat is not approved driving attire." The woman completely baffled. "But I have underwear on underneath." Cop, stone-faced. "Underwear doesn't count. This is California. We have standards." Cut to the courtroom for maximum satire. The defendant stands there still wearing her housecoat and curlers, looking like she got dragged out of bed. The judge slams the gavel so hard the bench shakes. "You were caught operating a motor vehicle while dressed in domestic leisure attire. How do you plead?" The woman shrugs. "Not guilty, Your Honor. I was just trying to buy milk before the kids woke up." The prosecutor dramatically waves a photo. "Your Honor, look at this scandalous outfit. This is basically anarchy with pockets." The defense lawyer, "Objection. My client was expressing her constitutional right to comfort." The judge sighs the sigh of a man who has seen too many robe-related crimes. "Guilty. Fined $75, and you are hereby banned from driving in anything less formal than a Sunday church dress for the next 6 months. No fluff, no flowers, no comfort." The what-if scenarios are pure cartoon comedy. A woman in a luxurious silk housecoat gets pulled over. Cop, "Ma'am, that's even worse. It's fancy domestic wear. You're basically committing fashion rebellion." A whole carpool of moms in matching housecoats doing the school run. Police set up a roadblock. "Housecoat convoy, you're all under arrest for coordinated comfort." Modern
Subscribe
influencer
and
filming
drop a like.
Housecoat drive challenge through Beverly Hills. The live stream is exploding until 5 cops surround the car. Time terminated for illegal robe operation. Grandma trying to drive to bingo night in her favorite 1972 housecoat. Cop, "Ma'am, that thing should be in a museum, preferably behind glass with a 'Do Not Drive' sign." Even today, while the law is mostly gone, the spirit of it still lingers in California's endless desire to regulate every tiny detail of personal freedom, because nothing says progressive paradise than telling women what to wear while running basic errands. Bonus ridiculously outdated California laws. Women couldn't drive in housecoats are championed today. You couldn't eat onions while walking in some old towns. Certain cities banned singing in public while wearing swimsuits. And don't even get me started on the barefoot driving myth that still terrifies tourists. California doesn't just make weird laws, it makes them with the confidence of someone who believes they're saving society from the dangers of fluffy robes and morning breath. So here's the final verdict, dripping with sarcasm. Was it illegal for women to drive while wearing a housecoat in California? Yes, and lawmakers genuinely thought this was a serious issue worthy of legislation. Today, you probably won't get arrested, but why risk becoming the next viral LawTunes star getting pulled over for aggravated domestic comfort? Next time you're running a quick errand in your robe, maybe throw on a jacket first, or just embrace the chaos and see what happens. If this story made you laugh until you snorted, roll your eyes at old California logic, or want to test the law in your pajamas, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to LawTunes USA and hit the bell for daily animated weird law madness. Comment below, what's the silliest clothing or driving law you've ever heard? I read every single comment. Until next time, stay curious, stay legal, and whatever you do, don't drive in a housecoat in California. See you in the next one.